शिक्षा प्रधानक्षमैः विश्वस्मिन् सकलप्रजाभिरनिशम् सार्धं समीचीनता सुज्ञानोक्तिवरं सदा विजयता आचार्यविद्याकुलं सदा विजयता आचार्यविद्याकुलं ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानामेकदन्तमुपास्महे सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
I would like to call upon our principal, Nalini Ma'am, to welcome the gathering and say a few words.
Shubhamadhyanaha. My salutations to God Almighty, our founder patron Shri D. Siddharthachari and founder trustee Srimati Andal S. Chari. A warm welcome to our management members who just left because of their personal problems. Greetings to our founder principal Kumari Sarojini BP and to our I welcome our coordinators Srimati Suchetana and Srimati Divya Chengappa and all my dear colleagues. It's my pleasure to welcome alumni and past and present educators, facilitators to this occasion. I also welcome the students of current batch of class 10 and our photographer Sri Niranjan to capture the wonderful moments. Once again, I welcome everyone present here. Wonderful to be a part of this gathering of Avk family. I would like to share my peculiar experience with you all today. I started my career in Avk in the year 2020, the COVID year, with remote reporting. Handled classes, attended meetings, alumni meet, Jyotirdana, etc. online only. I was introduced my colleagues with one of the online meetings. After 1.5 years, slowly stepped into the school campus with mask and government guidelines. Gradually, at the end of 2022, masks are removed and could see strange faces around me, and I was also strange for them. I am actually very fortunate to have the smartest people around me above all, I have a guide, philosopher, friend, mentor who supported me and helped me to understand what is AVK. It is none other than our principal, Kumari Sarojini Devi. My hearty gratitude to you, Sarojini ma'am. Though I joined in 2020, I couldn't meet the 8th standard batches or other students in the school campus, but I learned many things during the online classes from the students also. And I am happy to be part of Avk family, heard many things about our alumni, hope you are all keeping well and happy. Really would like to appreciate your multiple roles like entrepreneurs, doctors, teachers, engineers, soldiers, etc. Good wishes to you all and requesting you all to share your thoughts and success story with us also and inspire the 10th standard students today. It gives me more energy to work when we hear about the successful stories of the alumni. The teachers like me gets more energy to work in future. Keeps in mind the motto of the school. What is the motto of the school? Nishkama Karma. Happiness will always be yours. Thank you for this opportunity. Good wishes to you all. God bless you. Dhanyavadaha. Pudarmilamaha.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words.
In our school's realm, a cherished soul, beloved Aji, she made us whole. With strength and love, she led the way, supporting our beloved Tata day by day. Her kindness flowed a gentle stream, a beacon of hope in every dream. With open arms, she embraced us all and taught us to rise, never to fall. Her legacy shines forever bright, guiding us through the darkest night. In our hearts, her spirit will reside, our dear Aji, forever by our side.
Shubhamadhyana. It's a very difficult task to talk about Tata and Aji without becoming emotional. Because that's the bond I have shared with them. When they started Acharya Vidyakulam, after Manasarovar Pushkarani Vidyashrama, it was one afternoon when Aji called me over to their house in Acharya Ashrama. They used to work on the crossword after lunch. I was still teaching in Manasarovar Pushkarani Vidyashrama, and one day she said, because they have moved out of the management of Pushkarani, Tata is very upset. So I want to support him. I don't know how. We don't know where from the resources will come, but we want to start another school. When I asked you, will you join us? I said, I'll join you today. But she said, I don't want you to come now. Wait a little. And so in 2 houses in Vijayanagar, they started Acharya Vidyakulam. But one thing that I have observed and learned from her, which helps me in my difficult times, is to always look at the worst situation from a different angle, which gives you a positivity. Every problem that Tata faced in the course of setting up this school, or in my process of administration, whenever I came across schooling. She had formal schooling only up to class 5. Can you believe it? Can any of you believe it? All her learning of the skills of life and everything else about the world was through her travels with Tata. Imagine, with that basic education, she married an ambassador. She had to host international parties in different countries according to the tastes of the diplomats of those countries. And she carried herself off so beautifully. It's such a beautiful lesson to us. We grumble about so many things that we do not have resources, we do not have the time. None of this proves in her case. She wanted to learn, and so she learned, and the big world was out there for her. To talk about her, there are several things, but these are two outstanding things which I thought I'll share with you. One is to have a positive outlook, and the second is to believe that there is no barrier to learning. As youngsters, I think that will help you. Her blessings will always be on Acharya Vidyakula, and both of them up there will see to it that this school flourishes and the word Saravajayatam Acharya Vidyakula will continue. Thank you for this opportunity.
Everybody, not many of you know me, sorry. I joined Avk in 1998. I worked here till 2009. But my bond with Andal Auntie goes back when I was 13 years old. I lived just across their house. I shifted from Bangalore to Mysore. And the first thing I remember was I took a milk can, and I went to their house to buy milk. There were a lot of cows in their house, and that's how the bond grew. Our families were friends, and the bond grew so much that she has never missed any of my family function. She's been there for me for my wedding, and I gave birth, for my child's Namkarna, every bit. So the memories that I cherish with her personally is something that we can never forget in my family. Coming to the professional side, it's uncle and auntie who encouraged me to get into teaching, which I hated. But then I think I have been a good teacher and then achieved what I wanted to achieve. It's all because of their blessings, for sure. Because when it comes to academics, it's only them that I think of. And I can never forget. Wholehearted namaskaram to both of them. Thank you.
I stayed with them for quite some time in my childhood. They were excellent people. I've learned a lot from them, and it's what is helping me in my life right now. I'm a very bad speaker actually. That's one thing I did not learn from them. Ajay and Tata, they are both wonderful people. Those are some of the fond memories I have with them. So thank you, Ajay, for that.
Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. A very warm good afternoon to everyone who have gathered here. I am Swarup from 2016 batch. I have some very fond memories that I would like to share with respect to Tata and their energy. The one thing that really stands out right when I talk of them, like they had put like the blood and sweat into building the school. The one fortunate thing about me when I talk about being an alumni at the school is I studied in the school from day one, like the day one of first time to the last day of first standard. All 10 years from 2006 to 2016 I have spent in the school, so I know what level of efforts have they both put into building this institution as a whole. Today we all have gathered here, we are speaking about, we have some good fond memories to share about the friends, with their teachers. It is all because of the legacy that they have built. One thing which there are certain aspects I have to mention, right? When it comes to Tata, he was 85 years old by the time we were first, second, third standard. I still remember him that he used to come and take, how many of you have poesy classes? Like, have you heard poesy? There is a small booklet of beautiful English poems that was issued as a syllabus in third, fourth, fifth standard. I still remember Tata used to come at that particular age. He probably couldn't walk without support, but he made sure that he spent ample amount of time with all of us. He taught poesy, poems to every one of us. That's how the bonding started. And I still remember his house is in Jarashinpuram, Acharashama, in Mysore. So that is where I used to go the bus to come to school. And I still remember he used to, every day without fail, he used to come to school in a nano car, Tata nano car. I don't know if the car still exists or not. It is a red nano car. I still remember each and every bit of it because the amount of interaction I have with him is phenomenal. Today, I still remember the day when he passed away, it was the 1st of January 2017. I was so upset. I really cried a lot because he was not just a grandfather figure to me, he was like more than that. He was a family member. Right? And also under Aji as well, I still remember how beautifully she has supported Tata all her life. We speak of what behind every man there is a woman. I guess they were the best example. The way Andaji has supported Siddhartha Chari Tata all her life, I guess probably Siddhartha Chari would have achieved this much of a legacy without her support. And I feel so grateful and honored to actually talk on them, on shared thoughts that I have with respect to them, that I feel so blessed. Like, even to this day, there are multiple schools in Mysore, in Karnataka. I haven't seen a single school, probably, which has this Gurukul systems, which goes back to our Indian roots, to our Bharatiya traditions, which inculcate the value of a Guru in a Shishya's life, or which actually speak a lot about the importance of Sanskrit as a language. Or that, I guess that is where everything started. I guess, I don't know how many of the alumni are in this alumni group, in the WhatsApp group, right? A couple of weeks back, I was cleaning my room and I came across a bag, a paper bag, which had the symbol of Acharya, right? And I opened it, it was actually an invitation for Jyotirgana Samarambha that happened on 26th February 2016, the day we were graduating. So there was a huge note written on every year's road that thank you, wish you very all the best for your future. Like the amount of importance, like the little things, right, that actually has the teachers, the gurus have put into our lives, right? When we speak of that, we feel so honored. We feel the amount of time, the amount of the effort they have put for our growth is phenomenal. It is second to none. And I guess whatever we achieve today, or whatever we have achieved so far, or whatever we want to achieve tomorrow, right? Whatever we want to do it, I guess I deeply owe a sense of gratitude to this institution, to my gurus, and obviously to Siddhartha Charitata and Anuragaji. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak, because I feel a bit emotional when I speak of Siddhartha Charitata. I still remember one last instance, we were a rapper. It was in 8th standard when Krishnamurti sir and Meenakshi we were also in the, I don't know how many of you guys know here. They were one of the beautiful teachers that I ever met. So Krishnamurthy sir and Siddhartha sir both used to Krishnamurthi sir and Siddhartha sir used to take class called as Dharma Manan, right? And every time he used to have his cabin in the library. I still remember that. And it was my duty as in every class, it was getting around all the way from library to this particular room, which is right behind the Yogasana. It was my job, and he used to fondly call me by a walking stick. He used to call me that. And looking back, it's like 5, 6, 7 years back. If you look at these fond memories, I feel lot blessed that I got to experience these things which were probably no other of my colleagues or none of the other peers who are studying in other school have. So all I get to say is thank you so much. Thanks to the institution. Thanks to everyone who has been the reason why I stand here today. So thanks to everyone who will be the reason who for whatever I achieved today, tomorrow, it will be all because of you people. Right? Thank you so much. Sudha Vijayam Acharya Vidyapura.
Thank you, Swarup, Neeralam, and Ganesh for sharing these endearing memories. And also thanks Sarojini Ma'am for sharing her happy recollections of Haji with us. I hand over to Janani.
In Avk school, a legend they say, a pillar of strength in every way, with a smile that radiates, never fading, a beacon of knowledge, always aiding. A teacher of English, a master of econ, inspiring minds, seeds of wisdom sown, simple and smart, loved by students all, their admiration for this teacher won't fall. An eminent leader, respected with pride, in their hearts forever will reside. Who is this educator so beloved and rare? The name that echoes, a legacy to share. Can I have the name, please? Yes. Shubha about your fight with your siblings, how your teachers were with you, and everything about your childhood.
I did my primary schooling in Grove Children's School, and then I moved on to demonstration multi-purpose school. So there I completed my class 10. I was a good student, so I didn't get into much trouble. But the only time that I got into trouble was because I was a very slow eater. And in Rotary School there was a lunch room. And we had to eat in 2 batches. I was always going to the lunch room in the first batch, and I would be the last one to come out in the last batch. For that one reason I was scolded by the teacher who was in charge of the lunch room. But otherwise I was quite an introvert. And that's why I'm surprised how I came into administration. There would be a lot of squirrels. We used to play something called golden play. And there used to be a lot of quarrels among the 2 groups. I was one who was always in fear of anybody raising their voice. So most of my time was spent in the library. But of course, demonstration school taught me how to become tough. We learned how to go to school by cycles. And that was a wonderful exposure there. Yes, of course, asking about my siblings. I have a brother and sister, both younger to me. It was very tutored at home by my grandparents and parents that being the eldest, you have to always give in to your younger brother and sister, and I did that beautifully. So I allowed them to fight with me, I never fought back. Oh, that was very sweet.
That was really sweet. Knowing about your siblings. siblings and how you also had a very normal siblings life, fights and happiness. Okay. Moving on, after your school, you went to your college. How were your college days? How did you know what stream you were interested in? How did you discover yourself?
That's very interesting. I never knew what I was interested in. Most of us didn't know. In my generation, I think they will all agree with me. So, my grandfather came one day after my 10th standard and he said that I found you a seat in Vaimalapa's college and you are going to take up commerce. I said yes. He said the principal wants to meet you tomorrow, so let us go. And in that process, he said henceforth you will have to travel by the local bus, which I never knew. I will show you how to get into the bus and stop at your stop. Having met the principal, he said your grade 10 marks are so good. Why do you want to take commerce? Why don't you take science? I said my grandfather wants me to do commerce. It was a very simple answer. And my grandfather insisted that I take commerce, and therefore that's what I did. Moving on to degree college itself, there it was a women's college but a very strict principal. He always had his eyes on us. Of course, a little extravagance, small extravagance was trying to write jewelry across the wall, or walk up to an ice cream shop which was just 4 shops away from our college, but invariably we would be caught by the principal, which would mean no going out for the next 2 months.
That was really fun listening to your degree college days. But do you regret that you were not given the option to choose your career?
Never. I never regret. I think whatever I did it very happily. And yes, it has helped me be who I am today.
Yes. Can we have a big round of applause for that? I think we all complain that we are not given various options right from our schooling. We were not allowed to choose our schools, we were not allowed to choose our colleges sometimes, we are not allowed to choose what phone we want to buy, what clothes we want to buy sometimes. But when it comes to you, when you were just asked to join some place and you happily did it, I think that's something that we also need to imbibe in a few things for sure. Ma'am, after you joined degree and you graduated as a commerce student, you could have done anything else, right? You could have been a CA or anything else, a lawyer maybe. Why did you choose teaching?
Teaching, I think, was somewhere in the family. I had an aunt who was a teacher. Few members of the family who were teachers. I remember that, I don't know how many of you, maybe the older batches would have seen Tata and Ajit's house, Acharya Shama. My childhood was spent there. And that house had a lot of pillars. I would come back from school. I would pretend that I was a teacher and all those pillars were my students. And those poor pillars used to get beaten by me because my teachers had the cane in their hand. So right then, my great-grandfather, who was there, he lived right into his 90s, he used to say, this child is going to become a teacher. And again, when I got into college, most often, my friends would bunk classes, and my job was to listen carefully and take down all the notes, and just on one night before the examination, teach them everything. This was the duty I was doing. So, those friends also had credit. They used to call me, okay, should I share my thing with you? They used to call me Saru, and they said, Saru, you are going to become a teacher. And all of them are very happy because their predictions came. So that's how I ended up being a teacher.
I'm so happy that payment technique actually made you another payment. Okay. So since you started your career, was AVK your first school? How did you evolve as a teacher in AVK? How was your initial days at AVK? And how was AVK initially?
I didn't start at AVK. I started in a play school which was run by Ajit. It was called Jolly's Nursery. Even today, if you ask me which were my best days of teaching career, it was those days. I used to enjoy myself as a young teacher. So I literally learned how to teach from the preschool, and then slowly I moved on to the primary school. Then I joined in Manasarovar Krishkari Vidyashrama, and then I came to Avk. Initial years of Avk was beautiful, blissful I should say. It was a small family of students, parents and teachers. Each of us knew the likes and dislikes of the other, and the bonding was great. Of course, the institution grew and then we moved on to this wonderful campus. I'm fortunate that I was able to be a part of every brick that came up on this campus. When I walk around, lots of fond memories come back to me. It's a very rare opportunity that anyone can get.
That's true, ma'am. Just because you brought up Ajis and Tatas, let me throw my next question about them. So, how has Tata impacted you in your life? Because you already spoke about Aji and now focusing on Tata. All of us have had different experiences with him. Some of us were there during the drama practices. Some of us have been his great grandchildren. Some of us have been his walking stick. Some of us have had great experiences at Dharma Mananam classes. But I think you were more of a daughterly figure to him. So how was that different and how was it impacted you in your life?
Very great impact Tata has made in my personal life and in my professional life. But it was the hard way. He didn't give things very easily to me. In fact, when he took me on as a teacher, one of the toughest interviews he conducted for me, and he said that tomorrow nobody should say that I made it very easy for you. He made me write essays. And believe me, every time I thought this was my best attempt, he corrected every line. And I used to come back saying that I'm such a failure. But then gently he would say, you have done a good job, but you should know that it can always be better. Till his last day, I'm sure, he has kept correcting me. We used to travel together to school in that lovely little nano which Swarup was talking about. And from my home till here, we would start some conversation.
We were so fortunate to be around him, ma'am. So, coming to Acharya Ashrama, what are your memories in Acharya Ashrama? I'm sure you've spent a lot of time there, right from when it was just the residence to that becoming the office of Acharya Vidyakula and having Pushkarni Baladhyana. What are your memories from Acharya Ashrama?
As I told you, I spent my childhood in Acharya Ashrama, and that courtyard, Angram there, was the hub of all activities. As a child, I have seen a lot of occasions happening there, religious ceremonies happening there. As a teacher, I have had a lot of drama practice sessions over there. They used to have some book club activities where people would gather and read some books or share their thoughts about various reading activities. Those meetings used to take there. And she used to have some music concerts in that courtyard. So it was a kind of a rich cultural building. That entire, it was not just a house. It was a place of literature and culture. And upstairs, when we returned from Singapore, which was Tata's last posting, there was a huge room. Later it was partitioned into classrooms. And there was another room there which was Tata's library. It was stocked from wall to wall with wonderful books. And in that library there used to be a swing. I have spent many happy days as a young girl picking up a book from that shelf, sitting quietly on that swing and reading. And that is our child.
I think you've just lived my dream. I've always had this dream of being in a library.
Before we go to the next question, you should find out if they're getting bored.
I'm sure none of them are getting bored. All of us are very curious to know about you, a apart from being the principal. And that's why we have organized this after you retired as a principal. Because I wouldn't be so confident if you were a principal and I was here.
I think that is great. I
Moving on, ma'am. Just like you said, you've seen AVK from being that small room where Ashwin used to tell us that that was his school, to AVK now being such a huge campus. Tell us about the whole journey of AVK.
That's a very long journey, but I think I should cut it short. Yes, AVK started in 2000 in Vijayanagar. In fact, it started with just 2 students. And when I came to AVK in 98, it had started in 96. And soon after that, Tata was able to acquire this campus. But the whole school did not shift once and for all. Only part of it shifted and the part of it continued to function in those 2 houses. And gradually we were able to construct more classrooms according to Tata's vision, where he wanted them to be individual rooms. And then the whole campus was constructed. And afterwards, when we realized that we wanted the science labs, that's when this block came up. The 10th standard classroom and the science lab. And much later, after a lot of debating, because Tata did not want that kind of a concrete construction, but for various purposes we had to abandon these kind of individual rooms and we had to put up that administrative block which houses the office, the library, the smart classes and the computer labs. And of course, along with that, in this journey, AVK grew from strength to strength, not only in the number of students, but also in the number of wonderful teaching staff.
Yes, ma'am, thank you so much for that. Just because you brought up the topic of the science block, let me remind you of March 8th, 2002, which is indeed very special for me as well. That was a very memorable day for everyone in AVK. That was when Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our former president, visited our school and inaugurated the science block. Can you share a few memories from that day? And I think we had a session after that when he passed away. We had a meeting and all. But I think these were not there back then. So
that was a beautiful day and January was the meeting. So, yes, Dr. Abdul Kalam visited Acharya. It was all because of Tata's good offices that we had such eminent people coming to Acharya. There was a lot of security norms on the previous day, 1 week before that. So, all that got me a little worried whether the act was going to happen in a perfect manner or not. At that time, the principal's office was in the primary block. Now it's a classroom. So he walked in there, and the first thing that he asked me as soon as I greeted him was whether I could speak in Tamil. And then I said yes, he was very happy. From there on, he continued his conversation with me in Tamil. He walked into the neighboring classroom and on that he wrote his famous quote, "Dream, dream, dream." I think all of you know that. He wrote it on that board there and it was right here in this yoga shala that we had organized a meeting where we had the students, we had parents, we had some well-wishers from Mysore. It was on that side. And as usual, we had some chairs and there were security guards all around. He sat down. After a few minutes, he called me and he said, "Will you allow me to get up from here?" I was wondering what happened. I said, "Sure, sir, you can be comfortable." He just got up from there and he came and sat right in the middle of the church, crossing all security barriers. Of course, it caused them some anxiety. He said, "I have not come here to talk to the adults. I have come here to mingle with the children." And he answered every question that was asked by the children in that gathering. And of course, after that we had the formal inauguration of the science block. We were still seated in there.
I'm sure all of us are really happy to hear so many things from you.
In college, yes, there started my experience with Shakespeare in drama. And Tata was there, of course, even at that time to teach me how to render my speeches. And in AVK, he was the one who motivated teachers to participate, to enact. He said only when you do it, children get a good example. And that's how for Children's Day, alternate years, we used to put up a play, put up various other programs for children, and that's how my acting skills developed.
That's really nice, ma'am. Since you are already at how AVK was established, could you tell us about the challenges you faced when in this process of establishing AVK to what it is right now?
Of course, when you ask a principal, any principal would have a huge book of challenges, but it's not appropriate to share everything. What would be interesting for you was, first of all, getting the affiliation for the school. That was a daunting task because at that time, Mysore did not have many ICSE schools, and as yet the use of the internet and such other quick communication was not there. So to get some advice, we had to go to Bangalore. With Tata, I have visited quite a few ICSE schools, and that was a very good learning process. Also with him, we had to take a lot of documents, create an album of various activities of the school, and actually visit the council office in Delhi. We had to travel to Delhi to visit, place all this before them, get our papers moved. But still I would say it was much easier for us because of Tata's acquaintance with a number of people there. However, just visiting the council office was not what he did. He made this another learning opportunity for me and took me to the school where he started teaching, which was Doon School. It's also an ICSE school. We spent 2 pleasurable days there. It added to my learning of administration, of new ideas which I could bring back to Acharya Vidyakula. Apart from that, any atmosphere with youngsters does throw up challenges. There have been few situations when we have faced behavioral problems from youngsters. That's nothing uncommon, but the challenge was to handle it in the right way. And for me, at all those points, what was more important was to put that young child back on the right track. That was more important for me because I believed that the school was also a home of the child. And it was our duty to correct the defaulter, make sure that he or she is a better person tomorrow and better person before they leave Acharya Vidyakula. I hope I have been able to do that in the right way.
I'm sure that was really important for many of us who are starting our career in a few years. In your career, you've not only been a teacher but also an eminent leader and an administrator. How different and difficult was it to manage both the roles? What are the challenges you faced during the initial days of your career, not as a teacher but as a principal of AVK?
The story is interesting because when Tata requested me to become the principal of Acharya Vidyakula, I told him that administration was not my cup of tea and I enjoyed teaching. So he assured me, he said, please do this for 2 years. I will find the right person to take on that responsibility and then you can happily continue teaching. I know that you like teaching and not administration. However, I think Tata forgot to count. 2 became 25. Quite a few times I have reminded him and I used to say, when can I drop this role as administrator?
5 quick questions, ma'am, and 5 quick answers also, please. One word for your journey at AVK.
Delightful.
Economics or English?
Both.
Both.
Economic English.
Smart. What do you enjoy more, being a student or being a teacher?
Being a student, because even as a teacher, I'm a student.
Which was easier, running the school offline by traveling all the way every day or staying home and running the school online?
Certainly offline. Coming to school every day.
The last and the serious one. The biggest lesson AVK has taught you.
Humility.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Silver lining. 2 decades and a half is no joke for a laugh. In a position of authority coupled with responsibility, as a young teacher did I step in, the hearts of many to win, for that is the core of the principle, to serve as a school principal. It has indeed been a balancing act to please all, yet to keep to the fact. Firmness with kindness has been my approach to overcome challenges that I had to broach. The journey was filled with learning and to explore more, always yearning. To make schooling meaningful for every pupil, a daunting task, yet delightful. The vision and values of our patriarch and the positivity of our matriarch have been the unfailing beacon to guide me when confidence seemed to weaken. To many I owe my gratitude for their cheerful cooperative attitude. With reverence I thank God Almighty for the silver lining in life's sublimity. Thank you, dear children, every member of the alumni, my dear colleagues, for patiently going through this session. In fact, I felt like I was put in a hot seat. However, to the alumni and to the current batch of 10th standard, children, there is so much of adulation that I received today, but all of this has been possible only because of the unstinted cooperation and encouragement that I received from every colleague of mine, right from day one till today. When I say colleague, it's not just the teaching staff, the helping staff sitting behind there, the office staff, the transport personnel.